Hello, my Morimomies, and for anyone who might be new here, hello, my name is Ashkariel. I am the fallen angel of FSP's third generation, Lamentus. Why, yes, it did hurt when I fell from heaven, but perhaps you can heal this broken heart. Hello, hello, how is everyone? Hello. Welcome to an AFTERKARIEL stream. Oh my. Oh my, welcome in. I am admittedly a little tired today. I apologize. I am feeling the sleepy, but it's okay. We keep it schmovin'. But the main thing, I guess, that we should probably talk about today is everything that's been going on this previous week. It's been a very hectic week here in the wonderful land of FSP. In the wonderful land of FSP. It's supposed to be FSP. In the wonderful land of FSP. It's been a very busy week. Where to even begin? Before that, actually, let me just double check something. I want to make sure that a little something is ready to go. Everybody hold. Everybody hold. In the wonderful land of FSP, you might have noticed that we, you might have noticed that, we got some news. We got some news. Some very, very wonderful news about a lovely new batch of, goofy little guys. Goofy little guys for the Morimomies to fawn over. And if you're hoping to give any of your favorites any kind of audition advice, don't, because I don't expect that, because I will be doing that sometime next week. I'll be doing that sometime next week. Be nice to the new boy. Of course I'll be nice, please, of course. But I do plan to do an advice stream. It seems to be the way that we do an advice stream. So I'll do like a little here's what I suggest. Here's my advice on auditions. Just so if anybody's curious what advice does God himself have, I can give it. If that's something that people would be interested in doing, then that is I think that could be fun. It could be fun because it'd be nice to kind of reminisce about how that process went. It's been really nice seeing each gen give advice to everyone auditioning. We await your knowledge. I'm gonna hold on to everything. You guys don't get to find out. I'll tell you this coming week. I would audition, but I'd have to pull a Mulan to do so. It is, yes, that is a thing. That is a thing. The new boys are in fact boys. So that would be a little tricky, I mean, hypothetically speaking, you could straight up do a When Will My Reflection Show. When will my reflection show? You could pull. You could pull a Mulan. You could pull a Mulan. Dude, that's one of my favorite Disney movies. It's so funny because everyone's like, oh dude, Mulan, and I'm like, yeah man, true to your heart, you must be true to your heart, and everyone's like, what? And I'm like, 98 Degrees. I was like, huh? I'm like, they did the theme song for Mulan. They're like, that's not the theme song for Mulan. I'm like, yes. I feel like that's for some reason the theme of Mulan is always the theme song they made is always no. Everyone just seems to forget it. And I'm like, what? True to your heart, you must be true to your heart. Your heart can tell you no lies. Oh, dude, that true Mulan fans stayed through the credits. I have a question, kind sir. I may have an answer. Go ahead, Locke. Dozo. Also, today was a very lovely day. Today was a day where I was very tempted to I went to go back to Britannia briefly to visit with my sibling, my Britannian sibling, and you know, it was exciting. But one of the first things he does is he's like, boards? I was like, yes. Yes. And so we got on the boards, but we did it indoors. So all you heard throughout the house was just the sound of like ollies. Like you just heard like the boards, like you just heard the board rising and falling. And I was basically just shimmying because I was like, I don't know how, I forget how to even cruise. So I was just like, let me just get back on the board and see if I can properly stand on it without falling. So will Lamentus be doing a collab live stream giving tips for those who are auditioning? I don't know if you've answered this yet. You must have like just come in like right before I said it, but like just before you asked, I was saying like, yeah, I'll probably do a stream sometime next week. I don't know if Lamentus will be doing like a full-on collab for it. I don't think so. I haven't been told about it. If that's what we're doing. But yeah, we'll do like an advice stream. Admittedly, like okay, here's the truth, right? Here's the truth. I will do it, but I am kind of racking my brain on what to say. Because I'm like, be professional and don't be a silly goose. That's kind of it. Like I don't know what advice to give. So I'm gonna have to like think about it and be like, I don't know. Like be God himself. You know? I know people are like, what? I'm bad at advice. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Do what feels right. Be based and awesome. Happy to be back to the asteroid. Missed you, Ash. Missed you too, Zenith. Welcome back. And a lovely 3 months as well. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Do you think you could ask Monet-san to think this with you? Like rubber ducky coat. Wait, what? Do you think you could ask Monet-san to think this with you? Maybe? I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I just don't know what. It's not like I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I know what I'm allowed to say. I'm just like, I don't know what advice to give beyond just like, do your best. You can do it. Yeah, I don't know. It's not how to phrase. I'm just like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really remember. It was kind of a whirlwind. Hang on, wings down. It was kind of a whirlwind, and I don't like really remember. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't really remember much of the process. So I'm like, what did I say and do? I don't know, man. Like, have you ever had a job? Like, I don't know. It's a job, you know? Like, it's a job interview. Have reference. I don't. This, like, I'm trying really hard. I'm like, I don't know. That's how I treated it. Like, I'll get into it more in the advice stream, but I'm like, I don't know. I just treated it like a job interview because it's a job, you know? It's a job, you know. It's a fucking awesome job. It's the best job ever, but it's a job, right? So I was like, I don't know. What I'll say for now is just like, don't be phony, because like you can snipe that from a mile away. Congrats on being a father, my lord. Yes, I am in fact a dad. Me and Shiki are now parents. That's crazy. Shiki's a parent like 5 times over. That's crazy, because they're all Shiki's kids. I only fathered one of those kids. When it comes to 3-month... Not even 3 month. When it comes to a few days old Gen 4, Ashkariel, you are not the father. Hey, let's go. Let's go to the not father day. Except for one. I am the father of one, and I will raise him as my own. Can you tell Ashkariel does not want children? What advice do you have, Angel Man? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? That's my advice for right now. Ashkariel, do you have advice for auditions? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? That's the only advice I have right now. We'll get more into it later. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy is the best I got right now. Not even out of the oven and bro's already playing Absence. I'm not their dad. I'm already... Do you know what it's like to already be the father of a child of whom you have no idea? Like, you don't know anything about them yet. Just the fact that they look like they'd be really good at Street Fighter. And that's the best you got. Yeah, this... That's... I don't know this boy yet. He could be an asshole. I don't know. He could be an asshole like my other sons. Bakugo and Monoma. May Ashkariel help you if that boy ends up like Bakugo or Monoma. Would you rather raise your child or be a babysitter? Well, I mean, he's my child. So I will be co-parenting with she. I demand that this becomes... This is now the Stony. This is now going to be a Stony situation. This is the Stony of FSP, okay? Ashiki is now the Stony of FSP. And you know how, like, Peter was, like, their kid in all the fan art? The new guy, that's our son. I demand fan art, fan fiction. I demand it all. This is the worst momie sitter I've ever had. What do you mean? Listen, this is how it is. Did I just, like, unlock some memories for a lot of you with the Stony mention? Or were you guys Stucky fans? Were you filthy, disgusting Stucky fans? Filthy, naughty, disgusting Stucky fans. Ew, gross. I'm joking. That's rude. Bucky. I'm joking. I'm joking. My brain is lost, but I love whatever's happening. What's that? So Stucky was Steve and Bucky. I can't believe I have a shipboard. Wait, I need Stucky or Stony. Which one? Stucky or Stony? I need the chat to be filled with just Stucky or Stony. Whichever one. Whichever one. But it's just between those two. Which one is preferred? Stucky or Stony? So far, it's pretty dead. It's pretty dead. It's pretty dead even. Stucky. Stucky? Really? I mean, I guess I'm not surprised. No, I see the vision. Like, I see the vision. I'm just surprised. I thought you guys were, like, enemies to lovers type thing. Not like, oh, he was my friend. So, like, don't get me wrong. I do really like Stucky. It's, like, one of the only cases of the best friend that I like. The best friend, like, oh, they grew up together, is my, like, least favorite trope. I typically do not like it. I am not a fan of the best friend. The only time the best friend works is literally Stucky. And like maybe 3 other times. Right? True, I want Sebastian Stan so bad, so I'm biased. I get that though. Soft though, I do get that. I hate enemies to lovers, not gonna lie. What? Olivia! Olivia, I cannot believe you right now. Hang on, the wings are back up because I am not only like actually in this conversation, but I am like, I am stunned right now. That's crazy. Enemies to lovers, Loki x Tony. I see the vision. I don't personally ship it, but I see the vision. It's funny because every time I say I see the vision, I'm imagining Vision like, you called? No, Vision, not you. No, not you. Not you. You hate the sacred trope? The sacred trope of like, wait, are we saying? Hang on, wait. Hold on. Are we talking about enemies to lovers as the sacred trope, or are we talking friends to lovers as the sacred trope? Like, which is the sacred trope? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Friends to lovers is boring. Like, that's my hot take. There's no sauce. There's no sauce. Hey, Frank, get me a cheese with nut. Nuttin'? Like, that's what you guys sound like. Hey, Frank, get me a pizza with nut. None? That's you. That's friends to lovers. Nuttin'? Like, come on now. Just so you know, I did do the hand motion. Yo, Frank, yo, get me a pizza with nut. Nuttin'? That's friends to lovers is not. That's I can't even. Give me tension. I need that. I agree, Kit. I agree. No spice, no flavor. I agree. Listen, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. In fact, you know what? We're going to take a moment after I'm done talking about this. They called the 4th gen the naked gen for showing skin. Do you agree? What the fuck? What about me? I literally never wear a shirt. The only times I have worn a shirt is like Valentine's Day. What do you mean? I'm the naked angel. Okay? I'm a little naked baby. Okay? That's me. Yeah. That's why you're their father. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, okay. No, I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to see it. I might be their dad. Oh fuck. Yeah, I might be their dad. Oh fuck. That sucks. Man who I can't reference, you have lied to me. I am the father. Ashkariel, you are the father. What? No way. This is the part where I run up to the screen. I'm like, they don't got my nose. Look at the nose. It's not the same nose. Man who I can't reference. Yeah. Man whose name I cannot say. Can I tell you all something? Every time I realize that that's on TV, I will stop what I'm doing and watch. I will. You know exactly of what I speak. If it is on TV, I am stopping what I'm doing. I am stopping what I'm doing. And I am immediately I was literally looking for Zeal on the screen. I was like, no. I don't know if Zeal caught that, but I literally like leaned. I'm like, no. No, that's you. Yeah. I was like, You know what show I watched a lot of You know what show I watched a lot of? I'm going to dance around it because I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. But just to be safe, I'm going to dance around it. 80 Night Marriage Candidate. 80 Night Marriage Candidate. Yep. Oh my me, dude. I love that shit. That show is the most like car crash TV. I adore it. I will sit and watch that. That is my bubblegum, dude. Like that is my popcorn where I'm like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to vibe, you know? The pastry CEO. See, the dude I was like the most excited about was Ed, right? And people are like, why Ed? And I'm like, cause he's the fucking worst, dude. He's just the fucking worst. And every time he's on screen, I'm like, oh my god, this fucking guy, bro. Like, yeah, that show. Oh, that show. TLC? Scrubs? Scrub is a guy that thinks he's flying and is also known as a buster. Sorry. I was the same whenever Frank Gallagher was on screen. Yeah, man. I loved watching Super Nanny, Wife Swap. Oh, how I love this guy. Yeah, listen. I know Game. You know, I know Game. Gallagher as in Shameless? Yes, Shameless. Yes. Shameless is a crazy show. But yeah. You know Ball. Oh, Shameless. Shameless is in fact awesome. Any of the courtroom shows are also like too funny. I do love the courtroom shows. Say Yes to the Dress? Aelin? Don't even get me started, dude. I would be sitting there. I do not know jack about dresses, right? I know so little about dresses, but I will sit there, arms crossed, like, no, hun. Oh. Hun. No. I'm offended you even wore that. I am offended you even put that on. Like, just, Right? Like, I will sit there and be the biggest... I am, like, the biggest critic on Say Yes to the Dress. I will sit there and be, Right? It's like, nothing... Like, nothing... Like, there's nothing that bothers me more than, like... You know, there's a dude. I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name. But there's, like, this gif of him where he's, like, he throws his hand up and sticks his tongue out, like, He's, like, a fashion designer. I can't think of his name, but I become that man during Say Yes to the Dress. I'm just like, oh! It's hideous. I can't look at it. I can't do it. I can't do it. How would you judge if you were in a court show? I don't know. Harshly. Hell's Kitchen is so peak. Raj, dude, Raj is crazy. Hell's Kitchen was like top tier. Top tier. I love me some Hell's Kitchen. Love me some Hell's Kitchen. I could go off. Love me some Hell's Kitchen. Raj is... What are you? An idiot sandwich. I think I'm trying to think of like my favorite season for Hell's Kitchen. I can never get into a lot of these reality shows, but I'll admit a lot of the clips are funny out of context. I think a lot of the clips are very, like, out of context are so funny, but even within context are usually, like, pretty ridiculous. Hell's Kitchen's great. I'll say this, though. Like, as much as I love Hell's Kitchen, I actually think I like Kitchen Nightmares a little bit more. Just because, like, Gordon... I actually find Gordon's less irritable with Kitchen Nightmares because it's not his kitchen, right? Like, on Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon is not trying to find the next head chef for one of his restaurants, right? Like, Kitchen Nightmares is more about him trying to save somebody else's, and if they don't want to take his fucking advice, they don't have to take his advice, right? Look at Amy's Bakery. Oh, the Amy's Bakery episode. Brother, right? Oh. Amy's Bakery. I've been to hell, and I feel like that'd be worse. Amy's Bakery. Oh my god, ABC Cooking. What episode was that? Dude. Amy's Baking Company. Yeah, Amy's Baking Company. ABC Cooking. You just gave me war flashback. Dude, that episode is nuts. Like, that Amy's Baker. Dude, that's crazy, crazy episode. Somehow came onto my homepage and I ate it up. Kitchen Nightmares, I think, is almost entirely now on YouTube, I think. I think you can watch every episode on YouTube. I think. If not every episode, I know that they upload, like, huge chunks of the episode on Kitchen Nightmares, right? Hello, my name's Nino. Yeah, oh my god, the Nino episode. Stop. There was, like, I still remember the episode of, like, oh no, wait, this is, yeah. Look! 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 What the fuck is this? Like, how high Gordon's voice got. Look! 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 What the fuck is this? His voice goes so high. Because Gordon's done. Oh, I think that was actually Hell's Kitchen. And I have to look up Gordon Ramsay. Look. Because I try to remember, like, if that's from Nightmares or Hell's Kitchen. Look, voice crack. Yes. It was Hell's Kitchen. Oh, that's right. It was when, what's her name, put all the pasta in the garbage like a dummy. Look! What the fuck is this? He gets so upset. He gets so mad, dude. Yeah, so it's like so she had cooked the pasta, but like I think it was that like Gordon asked her to do it again, and the girl listen, I understand people in the kitchen make mistakes sometimes. The girl who did it just stands there going like, I'm like, stand up for your fucking self! Like, just say something! Because Gordon gets upset at her at one point. Like, speak! Say words! Like, especially in a kitchen that you are competing in this kitchen to become the head chef at a 5-star restaurant. Speak! Use your words! Right? There's a reason. Okay. So, you'll notice that if you talk to Shiki, right? If you've been on Shiki streams and you tell Shiki something, right? There's a good chance he's gonna be like, oh, heard, right? That's cooking. That's cooking, right? Like, or like heard or walking. Walking, right? Just means somebody's behind you, right? Heard, just acknowledging that you heard what was said. Heard, right? It's just instinct. Heard, right? That's normal. Heard is normal, and you should hear that at some point during your kitchen service. Heard. You should hear that constantly, right? This girl wasn't talking. Gordon asked her to redo the pasta, and she took that to mean all this pasta that I just made is not good, so I'm going to throw it in the garbage. And it was like so much fucking pasta. It was like enough pasta to feed like a family of 5 for two dinner services. Like, it was so much fucking pasta. And it was just mixed in with everything else that was in the garbage. And I was like, and she doesn't say anything? I actually think she was not eliminated, if I remember correctly. She was not eliminated until later. And I remember being like, this show is insane. What was wrong with it? Nothing. It was perfectly fine. Everything was fine. All Gordon wanted was for her to redo the pasta because, like, I forget what it was. It was something about the sauce. I don't even think it was anything about the noodles, unless I'm misremembering. But she just hucked all the noodles out into the garbage. Nope. That's wasteful. And in this house, we do not waste food. We do not waste food in this house. Where's the lamb sauce? Yeah, the lamb sauce. Throwing that away was crazy. I remember being stunned when she threw it out. Like, stunned. You guys cook like old people fuck. That is my favorite. Yeah, that is my favorite line. That is so gross. Yeah. Throwing away perfectly fine food hurts my soul. Oh, it was off. Yeah, it's awful. We do not waste food in this house. Actually, speaking of we do not waste food in this house, and speaking of kitchen nightmares, Mari Momies, I am curious. What would you say is your favorite food to cook up? That's what it was! Love, that's what it was. The noodles were undercooked and she threw it away when all it needed was like 30 more seconds. That's right. They were undercooked. And she tossed them away. Oh my me. That's right. That's what it was. Fettuccine Alfredo. Fettuccine Alfredo. Fettuccine Alfredo. No, you can't say it like what's the other one? Like cilantro. You cannot say cilantro. It's cilantro. Cilantro. If I hear somebody say cilantro, can you pass the cilantro? My fist is a ball. Like, cilantro. Cilantro. Favorite cake flavor. Favorite cake flavor. Cheesecake. But, like, I know that's, like, generic, but it's true. I like a good pumpkin cheesecake. Pumpkin cheesecake? Whew! I love me a pumpkin cheesecake. Pumpkin cheesecake butters it up right. It's not necessarily cooking, but I love making crepes. Okay, no, listen, I will count. Pumpkin, yes. I had some the other day. Delicious. Please keep live tweeting wrestling. Also, did you watch SmackDown? I did watch SmackDown. I did watch SmackDown. I think it's best if I stop tweeting about wrestling because I'm having less and less nice things to say. There's less and less nice things for me to say. There's pumpkin cheesecake. There is, and it is delicious. You also said you love soup. What's your favorite? I'm a basic bitch. I'm a basic bitch, right? Like, when it comes to soup, I'm a chicken noodle kind of guy. Chicken noodle, crack some crackers over there. Like, just break some crackers, throw that in there. Delicious. I know it's basic. It's like, oh, but it's chicken. Everybody likes chicken noodle. Yeah, but fuck, man. Sometimes it butters it up right. Sometimes it butters it up right. Let's shake hands, Ash. Hell yes, Ryu. Hell yeah. AFTERKARIEL, my beloved. Listen. AFTERKARIEL is, Ashkariel is what I assumed was a figment of your imagination. Only for me to discover that Ashkariel is very real. And now I am scared. I am scared of what Ashkariel is capable of. Can I tell you, I made soup inspired by you. I like to cook and bake stuff inspired by my Oshis. Really? You made Ashkariel? No way. Hello, Crimson. Welcome in. Ashkariel is powerful. Ashkariel is terrifying. Terrifying. Dumplings with soup. Like what kind? Like I don't mind like pork dumplings on their own, but I've never tossed them in a soup. Like I don't know if I've ever like thrown them in a soup. Hey, post the recipe on Twitter. Let's go. Miso soup. I'm down for some miso soup. I like what is it called? Wedding soup. Is that what it's called? Hang on, let me look this up. Wedding soup? Is wedding soup a thing? Wedding soup. Italian wedding soup. Yeah, I like an Italian wedding soup. Pretty good. Yeah, Italian wedding soup. I like Italian wedding soup. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Ash, do we have a food tag? No, but that's because we don't... This is like the first time we've really talked about food. We don't typically talk about food like this. So that's why no. We need one? Do we? Do we though? Do we? Do we truly? Ashley, thank you so much for your lovely offering to your new god. How generous of you. How lovely of you. Good evening, my lord. Sitting here with my dog, who has been compulsively giving me kisses for the last 10 minutes because the storm outside makes him scared. No, Ashley. Aww. Give them a big hug for us. The Momies give a big hug. The Momies give big hugs. Post my Jamaican food in the tag. Moo. You... Why are you trying to make me relive my trauma? Moo, I cannot believe you. Yep. I was like, there is only... I will say, I say that all the time. Like, I tell people, like, no, I can't... I can't do... Like, I can't do spicy food anymore, and then I go and eat, like, the same thing over and over again. It's always, like, bulldog ramen, like a crazy person. Why did Jamaican food traumatize you? Because I have the spice tolerance of a child, and I keep eating bulldog because it's delicious, even though I know it's gonna hurt me. You know? Yeah, the GERD. Well, I also have Jamaican patties, like, all the fucking time. And I know it's gonna hurt me. But I have it anyway. Because I'm dumb. Like... Because I know that shit's gonna hurt. And I'm still like, yum. You know? Like, I still have it anyway. My phone was buzzing. I'm like, what? What do you want? Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it, we ball. Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it, we ball. You know? Listen, they are everything I'm saying is delicious. Literally everything I am talking about is good. But everything that tastes good hurts me. You know? But that's my problem. That's my problem with a lot of... That's my problem with the previous god. If tastes good, why bad for you? That's why everything will be better once I take over. I will make the bad foods healthy, and the good foods, and the quote-unquote good foods not healthy. All the unhealthy foods shall become... The unhealthy but tasty food shall become healthy. And the good but not tasty foods shall become unhealthy. So shall it be written, so shall it be done. Genuinely never ate some curry in a long time. Dude. I flashed back. Everyone quiet for a moment. I'm flashing back now. I'm flashing back now. Everyone quiet now. There's a smell in the air. Oh, it smells delicious. And in front of me is a bowl. A bowl of katsu curry. And for just that brief couple of minutes, everything in the world is calm. Oh, everything is right. For just those brief couple minutes. Did you know I dragged Zanny to go get katsu curry? He's like, he's like, I don't know, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what we're doing. All right, like, he's not over-exaggerated. I'm not. It's like katsu curry, when you're having it, it's like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I will spare humanity based solely off katsu curry. I think Zanny might have mentioned this before. I literally dragged his ass. I literally dragged his ass to go get katsu curry. And it was the funniest thing. Because, like, you could tell he's like, why? Right? Because I was like, because I want it and you're here. Now let's go. Right? He's like, oh, fine. Right? And so, like, because brother wanted to go literally anywhere else. You know, literally anywhere else. And I decided to take him for katsu curry. You know? And I was like, because he's like, why? And I was like, just trust me. And then he had it. And he's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, oh. Oh, exactly. Oh. I can hear Zanny's voice saying that. Oh, 100%. But, okay. So I asked you guys, like, what you like to cook. But what is, like, you showed him peak, that's why you're my comment? Oh, 100%. Listen, I showed that man peak because he needed to see it. I am taking you to get good... Exactly, Aurora. If you are my friend, I am taking you to get good food. We are getting good food together whether you like it or not. That is happening. That is 100% happening. Right. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky that if we are friends, we are going to go get food. Like, and I am going to... I don't want to hear shit about a diet. I am going to get you food. Like, food we are going to get food. Food shall be imbibed. You're just going to have to, like, you're just going to have to chill with me on that one. That one you're just going to have to ride with me with, because I will hear no arguments on that. Like, none at all. Like, we are simply having food. And that's that, you know? Oh, by the way, I may have done a thing. I may have picked up a game. I may have picked up a game. A silly little game. A couple silly little games, actually. A pair of silly little games. A pair of silly little games. Both from the same franchise. I may have picked up Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Pokopia. I am very excited about it because I have been loving it. So I cannot wait for us to play that because I am obsessed I am obsessed with Pokopia. I think I am back in my Pokemon arc, right? Like I am back in my like this is my life now arc where everything is Pokemon, right? And I am slowly getting back to that place. If Mane-san were ever to allow it, I would literally just become a Poke channel. Ashkariel, the Pokemon god. God of Pokemon. 110%. I'm literally playing Pokopia as we speak, dearest guy. So I got into it, and I'm running around, and I'm like, I'm minding my own business. I'm like, I was so excited when like the grass started to move. I'm like, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There's so much more. Right? When Bulbasaur popped up, because I'm like, my son! My son. That's my son. My son. That's my child. My boy. My boy. My son. Right? My sweet boy. Right? That's my son. Look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. Right? I was so hyped. So hyped. Right? So hyped. And you make me giggle. I'm glad. Could you imagine a Bulbasaur with a Marimo on its back? That would be cute. Listen, it's funny because I think a lot of people assume like, you know, I'm curious. What do Marimomis think my typing would be? If I'm a Pokemon trainer, right? And I get one typing, right? What is my typing? Like what? Because I know what my typing is, but I'm curious what y'all think it is. Electric. I don't know why, but okay, fire makes me curious because I guess because I have slight bits of red. You know my hell wasn't hot, right? I don't have much of a connection to fire other than it burned my wings. Hell was cold, covered in snow and ice, right? So like, I don't like fire, it burned my wings. I don't like snow, it was cold and awful. And it was literally hell. You know? But no. No. Because your beauty is shocking. Wow. Gloria. Damn. But would you be an ice type? I doubt it. No. No, my typing is grass. Obviously. Like, obviously grass, right? It's obviously grass. Well, you gotta think about it. Like, I prefer the plants to the people. I prefer the animals to the people. So, of course, it would stand to reason that if the plants and the animals became one thing, that being Pokemon, of course I would prefer it to the people. Right? I'm a plant guy. Grass dark or mono grass? Trying to think of a grass dark. Hang on. Mostly probably like not. I'm not limiting myself to mono grass. I'll have like dual typing, but like grass dark types. Cacturn, I guess. Yeah. There's not really a lot of them. Nuzleaf. He's cute. Yaskarada. Yeah. There's not really a lot of, like, grass dark types that I'm like, oh, dude, this one, you know? Maybe Cacturn. But, like... But that doesn't butter it up right, you know? I need a Bulbasaur. I need my boy, you know? I need my son. Not a ton. No, it's a shame. I need my son. I need a Leafeon, you know? Well, I don't know what my full team would be. I don't. Is there like hang on? Is there a Marimo Pokemon? I doubt it. Hang on. Grass type Pokemon. Let's find out. Not really. Shroomish, maybe, if you want to count Shroomish. There's not really, like, maybe, like... Oh, dude, by the way, Chespin is the GOAT, and anyone who disagrees is a punk bitch. Chespin is my boy, okay? If you don't like Chespin, we can't be friends. Abomasnow is also my boy. There's so many goats on here. Decidueye? More like, Decidu are my guy. Know what I'm saying? Sorry. Yeah. I don't know. So many Pokemon. So many Pokemon, so little time. What the hell is that? Oh, Pokemon Studio. I was like, is that just... Why is there just a giant door? I'm like, ah, it's from Pokemon Studio. Hi. I understand now. Also, and I know this will make absolutely no sense to a lot of you, but Bramblin and Bramblegast. Bramblin, Bramblegast, my goats. My goats. I love Bramblin and Bramblegast. They bring me peace. I don't know why, they just make me laugh. They're silly little guys, and they make me laugh. They're literally just tumbleweeds. That's hilarious. Oh, and of course, Scovillian. He's literally hot peppers. Bravo! Bravo! He's literally hot peppers. That is hilarious. Shut up. That's so funny. There's so many good grass types. Like, I'm looking at them now, I'm like, yeah, this is my squad. My favorite Pokemon in general, though, is not like... He's not a grass type, so he'd be, like, my odd one out. Like, my boy who's, like, he doesn't quite fit the typing, but he wouldn't be, like, my Pokemon for battle. He's just, like, my buddy. And that's Cubone. Cubone is my all-time favorite Pokemon. That's my goat right there. Cubone is my goat. That's my guy. All right, so I, like... It's my son. My sweet boy. Look at my son. All right? Cubone is my goat. There should be a Marimomi Pokemon. I agree. There should be a Marimo Pokemon. Where is my Marimo Pokemon? That's what I'm saying. Cubone mentioned? Cubone mentioned. I think my favorite grass-type Pokemon is Maractus and Serena. Sarina. I get it. I understand. Do you know what my favorite legendary is? And hang on, I'm going to put on the veil here. I'm going to put on the veil for Pokopia. Pokopia? Pokopia, whatever. Veil's on. Veil's on. I need you all to know. I'm chipping away, right? I'm cleaning up the town. And I hear... Ah! Ah! And I'm like, what the fuck? What is that noise? And I look up and I'm like, what the fuck? Is that a fucking ho-oh? Is that my goat? Is that my goat? Ho goat? It's my goat. It was my goat. That's my goat. Ho-Oh is forever my favorite legendary because it was the first legendary I ever encountered, and it was like when the magic was the most real, right? Ho-Oh is like just the fucking coolest. We stand Ho-Oh in this house. Ho-Oh is my goat. My golden goat. My goldote, if you will. Valid AF. Oh, and the other thing, too. I'm going to spoil one more thing for Pokopia. And this is a massive spoiler. I am walking around, and I'm noticing things. I'm noticing little entries, right? I didn't collect the rainbow feathers because I didn't think to go over there. I found out later that it drops rainbow feathers, and I'm like, fuck. Anyway, walking around, collecting my little notes, living my little life. And I see a note that says, oh, this area was known to have a big, this area was known to have a very popular family of ninja. And I'm like, ninja? I wonder who that is. Reading. The family of the gym leader Koga and his family. And I'm like, Koga? Where the fuck are we right now? Right? So I'm like, what is happening? Because I'm already thinking, like, where are the humans? Where are the Pokemon? Where are we? And then I do some more exploring. And then I get to an area that it's like, you should probably explore a bit more before you go over here. And I was like, fuck you, game. You can't tell me what to do. I was like, how dare you? I will go where I please. Off I walk. I am literally God. You can't tell me what to do. Off I walk. And I see this huge open area. And I think this is where you're supposed to play, like, online. And there's, like, a Pokemon Center that's, like, been destroyed. And I'm like, what is this? And I walk over, and it says, welcome to Pallet Town. What? What the fuck? Like, what do you mean? Everything's destroyed. No humans, no Pokemon. What do you mean, Pallet Town? And then Eevee runs up and is like, hey, I was with my friends. I blinked. I'm here. I don't know what's going on. And all the Pokemon seem to behave that way. Like, I was doing something else. I blinked. I ended up here. I don't know what's going on. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck? And so Eevee's like, yeah, I was with my friends. There was this, one of them is like, one of them really likes water. The other one really likes fire. The other one really likes grass. The other one really likes electricity. Right? And I'm like, are you... Like, so I'm talking, and I'm like, is this Green's Eevee? Like, what the hell is or even crazier, is it Gary's Eevee? So I'm like, what is happening right now? Right? At this point, I'm like completely like stun locked. I'm like, what is happening right now? Right? I have no idea. But here's what I do know. I am going to beat Pokemon Fire Red. I'm going to build a delicious team. And then I am going to rock Cass's shit. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build up the best Pokemon team you ever done saw. And I'm going to use that Pokemon team to whoop Cass's ass. Yeah. That's 100% what is going to happen. That boy, I'm going to beat him up. Cass, you're on notice. You are on notice, my friend. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you good. That's what I'm going to do. I came back for 15 minutes, and this is what I came into. Yeah, listen. This is just how life is around here. We just get a little silly around here. A little silly haha. We get a little silly haha. Hell yeah, get him. Oh, I most certainly will. Oh, you know I will. Life here is something. Listen, life as a Marimomi is a little complicated. You know, it's a little complicated. But AFTERKARIEL is always, you know, something that we do where we get together, we talk about the previous week. We talked a little bit about the big announcement. Obviously. And yes, we will be talking about that sometime next week. But I'd like to start by talking a little bit about what happened this week. So if we look back, what happened on Monday? Monday, we streamed a little District V. Monday was actually, now that I think about it, the untimely demise of Carlisle Campbell. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Monday, Carlisle fucking died. Monday was the death of Carlisle. Monday was a difficult day. At the same time, I'm very proud of the work we did there. I'm very proud of how fun that stream was. I'm also very proud of our Valentine's Day voice packs. Oh, shit! Valentine's Day voice pack! Available until March 8th. Oh my gosh, you're running out of time! Literally tomorrow! Literally tomorrow! That's crazy. That's crazy. Literally tomorrow. You better get that Valentine's Day voice pack. You better jump in there. You better get it while it's still here. You better get it before it leaves. If you haven't heard the Valentine's Day voice pack, whoo-hee. Let me tell you something. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Valentine's Day voice pack buttered it up right. I loved recording the Valentine's Day voice pack. I had a blast doing this one. It was so much fun, and the wallpapers are so friggin' cute. You know, I adore the wallpapers. I think they're lovely. I highly, highly, highly recommend you check them out. But yeah, I'm also going to pin it. I'm gonna pin this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Angel. We're gonna pin that. We're gonna put a pin on that. We're gonna put a pin on that, right? Loved the Valentine's Day voice pack. If you haven't checked it out, please do consider checking out the Valentine's Day voice pack. I love recording voice packs. I would love to record more of them for you. So if you have the opportunity to grab the voice packs before they're gone, I highly recommend it because it allows me the opportunity to do more voice packs, deliver more for you. You know, it's something I love to do more of. I had such a fun time doing it. So yeah, Valentine's Day voice pack, yeah. But and to switch it back. Oh, by the way, White Day's coming up. We should probably address the fact that White Day is coming up, and this Valentine's Day voice pack is also very appropriate for White Day. So, you know, enjoy that. White Day, hell yeah. Oof, pardon me, I had to burp. But anyway, the main point of this was supposed to be about that dorky little boy down there on the bottom right of your screen. That is our goofy little Carlisle, Campbell. He was an interesting character to play because playing him felt, you know, kind of appropriate because I didn't know how long I was going to be in the server. I really did not anticipate to be there for very long. And yet I ended up just loving it because I basically just got to run around with Lilo and Ellie and like meet some new people. And it was really fun. While also getting to explore this character of good old Carlisle Campbell. Thank you kindly. You know, like good old Carlisle Campbell, just here for a good time, not a long time. You know, that was my boy. Oh, Aurora, good luck. Good luck. Well wishes to you, Aurora. The voice, our sweet boy, yeah. Carlisle Campbell, here for a good time, not a long time. Thank you kindly. And y'all stay safe on them Los Santos streets. Because these streets ain't safe. Yeah, Carlisle was a sweet guy. And it's something, I don't think a lot of people noticed it. But like as time went on, when people passed me, instead of me not saying anything, I would actively be like, how you doing, friend? Right? Like, and they're like, oh, like people would want to stop to talk, right? And so I was like, Carlisle really began to kind of come out of his shell. Like, hey, friend, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Right? Like, how you doing, friend? right? Like, everybody was friend, you know? Carlisle really came out of his shell in the same way I came out of my shell, you know? Like, towards the end of it. It was very much like the two of us were kind of in sync, and it was... But when he died, I had made that dumb rule to myself that, like, for the last, like, for the last stretch of Carlisle's run, if something happens, he's toast. It was the last week. If something happened to him, he was dead, right? And I liked the idea of playing with permadeath on because, again, I feel like District V is the kind of story where it's really funny, it's very zany, but it's still a crime story, and I don't think anybody's story gets to end completely free of consequence, right? Carlisle was bored and wanted adventure, and he found it, but the cost came at a very high price. But he was still willing to pay it because it was the best. Like he says, like his like ghost or whatever that's like haunting Luke was, in my mind, telling the truth. That he died doing exactly what he wanted to do. He did not die panicked, right? Like Carlisle was, when he was swimming out of, if it helps, when Carlisle was swimming out of the plane, he definitely took some fucking damage when the plane crashed. So he was already banged up, bruised, and really hurt, right? So he was banged up from the plane crash, and he's swimming up to the surface. I don't think he was swimming like with like a panicked look on his face and, oh, am I gonna make it to the surface? I think he was swimming, but he knew like he was hurt. His ribs were probably broken. His arms were probably damaged. And he's swimming, and he's like, you know what? I'm good. Just tapped out, right? Just like, I'm good, right? And he just... Carlisle went out with a smile, I like to imagine, right? He's just like, you know what? This sure was fun, right? And then off he goes, right? Like, he went out like... Carlisle went out, and as he did, it was like the end of Buster Scruggs. When a cowboy trades his spurs for wings, you know, like, he just gave up. It's not necessarily that he gave up. He did try, but he was hurt, right? So I think he's like, it still hurts, Ash. I know. It's sad. Like, I think it's not necessarily, to me, his death wasn't sad. Like, I was sad because I knew, like, okay, like, can I tell you something really sad? You want to be really fucking sad? His death was sad, but what hurt me wasn't his death because it felt appropriate. What hurt me was that his initial ending that I had in my head was gonna be that he was gonna, after he has like that big final adventure with Luke, his last day was going to be going to the pet store and buying a dog. And he would take the dog to the beach, and they'd sit on the beach together, and he would tell the dog, you know, I ain't never had a kid of my own. Never been interested in no children myself, but a dog. Now that's companionship. And buddy, this town is something else. And I'm gonna tell you all about it. And you and me, we got a lifetime to figure this city out, right? And it was gonna be that Carlisle and his dog were just gonna live that beach bum life, right? Carlisle would maybe eventually get like a little lakeside cabin or a little like beachside cabin, and you know, like he was gonna have like a dog and like go on adventures with Luke and shit. But that's what made me sad, because I really wanted to do that. I wanted him to have a kind of fucking happy ending. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I said if he died that he was gonna die, right? I made that vow, and I'm not gonna like back down just because I like the character. I'm essentially not gonna cop out, right? I'm not gonna like wimp out of a situation. So I was like, you know what? Both endings are good. I like both endings, right? Plus two, if there's ever a sequel to District V, this ending makes more sense, right? You can consider the other ending like the alternate cut this isn't canon, but if it makes you feel better, you know? Yeah, he passed on his life and realized, like, at the end, he got to do everything he wanted to do. Like, he spent the first, like, 40-odd years of his life just kind of serving other people. And he spent that last stretch in Los Santos just living his best life, you know? And he was happy and content with that. But if there's ever a sequel, you might see a blonde-haired man. You might see a blonde-haired man walking through Los Santos. You know? Looking for his brother. You know? You might see a blonde-haired man asking around, "Excuse me, have you seen this man? Man by the name of Carlisle?" That might happen. That could happen. With a strangely familiar accent. Yeah, "Excuse me, have you seen you seen a man around here by the name of Carlisle?" District V2. V2 is a great, just V2, right? District, like DV2, right? Like District V2. Right? Like, I would love it. I don't know if that's gonna happen because obviously I have zero I have zero input on that. But I would adore that. I would love that. Imagine if he bumps into profit margins. It's kind of why, if it happens, I would love, even if it's just for like one RP session, I would love for him to bump into Luke. Just for Luke to be like, "No! Fuck you! No! No! I got over this," right? Like, I want that moment with Luke of like, "I'm not like, what the hell are you talking about?" Right? Like, just have that moment. Like, yeah. The angst, yeah, bro, yeah, like, "What the hell are you talking about, friend?" Like, he calls people friend, right? Like, yeah, like, "No, no." Right? It's like that scene in I Am Legend, just no, no, no. Right? It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that scene from I Am Legend with Charlie just being like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, Charlie's just gonna be mad confused. Like, what the fuck is bro on about? You know? Yeah. I don't know, like, I'd have to flesh it out a little bit more. I know, like, I'd have to flesh Charlie out more in my mind, but I do know, yeah, like, Carlisle definitely had a twin, right? And Charlie, in my mind, was the more, Charlie was the more serious one, right? Charlie was the outcast in my mind. Like, he was always the more edgy one, the serious one. Whereas, like, Carlisle was, like, the one who did everything for everybody. He was a happy spirit, but he appeared friendly. He was friendly to people, but he had kind of a broken spirit because he bent over backwards for everybody, and he always admired his older brother for being this sort of, or the older brother, he's older by, like, 4 minutes, right? For being this sort of, like, I'm, like, he's more serious, and he doesn't like the way people treat Carlisle because people walk all over him, you know? So, like, Charlie is more, in my mind, Charlie's more of, like, the, like, fuck you kind of character, right? Like, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, you know? But Tuesday was a much nicer day. Tuesday was the reveal of these adorable little guys. Tuesday was the reveal of the Marimomi official mascot design. Tuesday was a good day. Look, it's you, you cute little things. Tuesday was a good day. Tuesday, we revealed the official Marimomi design. And you guys are so freaking cute. So freaking cute. Look at you. Look at all of y'all. Oh my goodness. Look how cute. Look how cute. Adorable. Adorable. Marimomis have legs. Let it be known that Marimomi have legs. You know, that's pretty cool. Marimomis have legs, and they have little arms that can sprout sometimes, depending on the situation. You know, little arms and little legs. I like to think of it like the arms can come out, but they're mostly like tucked in to the Marimomi, right? Marimomi can use their arms, but they're usually tucked in, right? Like Marimomi only use their arms when necessary, right? And they go meep, 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 and they go meep, meep, meep. And I'm like, these goofy ass Marimomis. These silly Marimomis. Tuesday was a good day. Optional arms. It's always nice to have optional arms. Optional arms are a good thing. Like that one Phineas and Ferb character. I've never seen Phineas and Ferb, for the record. Not out of like, ew, Phineas and Ferb. It's just like, that's not... I don't know anything about Phineas and Ferb. It's just one of those shows I just never caught. I heard it's very good. The only thing I know about Phineas and Ferb is like, a platypus. Perry the platypus. That's the only thing I know. Imagine all of us going meep meep as we carry something past Ash and he just sips it. Literally, that's how I imagine most days on the asteroid. Just like meep 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 meep. They're fun. You know, just go back to sipping, but like I'm on my phone and you guys just fly past and I'm like, and just go back to sipping my tea. Like, well, I'm sure they'll figure it out. Marimomi, in my mind, have their own little adventures. Marimomi don't necessarily require Ashkariel to be there, you know? Marimomi have their own goofy little adventures off to the side. Mikaro, I want to draw you. Please make a request. I would request me being a silly little guy. I don't know. I don't know. I'll request me enjoying myself a nice cup of tea. That's what I want. Marimomi's attempting a heist and it's just coins. So just Ash normally. Yes, rising pop star sensation Potachip. Why, yes, rising pop star sensation Potachip. It is me acting normally. How dare you? I'm joking. But Tuesday was not only the reveal of the lovely little Marimomi official design. It was also the... And some of you guys... I know you meant that as a compliment, don't worry. Don't worry, Don. I'm messing around. But it was also the final appearance of one Carlisle Campbell. And for anyone who doesn't know what I mean, I was asked, I think it was that morning. I think it was the morning of Tuesday. I was asked that morning by Lilo, like, hey, I have this idea, right? Can we have Carlisle appear? And I was like, he's dead, right? And I was like, he's dead, and I was very adamant that he's fucking dead. Like, I told Lilo, like, he is dead, right? Because I didn't tell him this, but what I really didn't want to do is I really didn't want to do a Supernatural. As much as I love Supernatural, I did not want to do the scene where, like, Dean goes back to Lisa's house and ends up with Lisa and Ben, and then the camera pans over and, like, Sam is there and he somehow got out of the pit and he's not in the cage anymore, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't want to do that. I very, very adamantly did not want to do that, right? The initial plan, and I don't know if has Lilo talked about what he initially wanted? Has he done like a District V like wrap up? Because the initial plan was fucking bonkers. The initial plan he had was nuts, right? That initial plan was insane. I don't know if he ever actually like followed it up or did anything with it, right? Has he mentioned it at all? Because I don't want to say. I don't know if he's talked about it. Fuck it. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about it. You can ask him, right? So the initial plan was we were gonna ask Roadworks if Carlisle could be, so if we could make it so that I was invisible to everyone except Luke, right? And what was going to happen was I was going to Terminator this motherfucker, right? The idea was that Carlisle was going to hunt Luke for the rest of the day, right? Like, the last day was going to be Luke on the run from Carlisle. Carlisle wasn't going to talk to him. He wasn't going to explain anything. He was just going to chase him, right? Like, he was just going to chase after him. And I don't know what the resolution would have been, but I think the idea was, like, it was going to be, like, Luke thinks, like, Carlisle's there to, like, drag him to hell or something. But really, it was, like, Carlisle was, like, Luke's inability to let go, right? Like, that was the initial plan. However, the mods were like, we can't actually make it happen because, like, it's really fucking glitchy and it's not great, right? And it would have been, like, I think I was gonna only talk to him through Discord, I think was the initial plan. So nobody would have heard me, nobody would have seen me. I was gonna be purely in Luke's brain, right? Obviously that's not quite what ended up happening because, again, like, we couldn't make it work. Like, logistically, it would have been a fucking nightmare. So we couldn't get it to work. So we ended up going, what if they have, like, a final talk, right? And I loved it because it is kind of like, okay, like, how did Carlisle text Luke's phone? Did Carlisle text Luke's phone? The only POV you have in that situation is Luke's. Nobody else... He said it out loud, but nobody heard him, right? You don't know if that actually happened. Nobody else confirmed it. Nobody else looked at the phone, right? So all you have is Luke's POV, and Luke in this moment is mentally fucked up. He is not a reliable narrator, right? So Luke goes to the beach, and it's we couldn't have timed it better. It was fucking raining. It was night. It was like, and it wasn't even night. It was like twilight. It was right in between night and day, and it was raining. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Right? Like, the rain came in clutch. Yeah, it was nuts. Like, this was like pure cinema. Right? And yeah, it's like the saddest conversation ever because, like, I didn't know where we were going. Like, we didn't rehearse anything. We didn't talk about where it was going to go. So in my mind, okay, to me, I don't care what, I don't care, like, to tell you what was happening, right? Whatever you want to interpret from that scene is up to you. Because I don't even know what Lilo thought what was going on with Luke and Carlisle, right? What I do know is, in my mind, Carlisle's dead. That's not a ghost. That's not him, like, going into hiding or anything. He's dead. Like, he's gone. He died. He's not there. He's ultra super holy shit dead, right? Not only was he in a plane crash, he drowned and there was a corpse. You know? Like, the doctor's resuscitating him. That's not canon. Like, that didn't happen. We just had to do that because we didn't want to explain to the doctors, like, you have to resurrect me, but, like, not say anything. Like, we didn't want to do that. Obviously, because that would be out of character, and we didn't want to do that. So we just kind of played along. But that shit did not happen. Carlisle died on that beach. Like, he didn't even die on the beach. He didn't even make it to the fucking beach. He died under the water, and they fished his corpse out. Bro died, right? Like, and Luke saw it. Like, Luke was there. He saw the corpse, and they walked together to the edge of that pier, and they talked it out, and that was all in Luke's head. The next day, Luke was still not over it, so Luke's, like Luke's mind essentially conjured up Carlisle to tell him he has to move on, right? He conjured him up to tell him, move the fuck on, right? Like, because Carlisle knew, like, well, and I think Carlisle, like, he was losing his mind. Yeah, it was pure, like, he was mentally broken. I think he was probably trying to convince him to stay in Los Santos. Does Luke end up leaving Los Santos? I didn't see the end of it. Like, I don't know if Luke leaves or not. I do think Carlisle was trying to get him to stay. The medic scene could have been Luke's dream. I like to think that too. So Luke did leave Los Santos. He left. I think Carlisle was definitely trying to get him to stay, right? Because I think he wanted him to stay for Stelly, for you know, for Jenner and all that. For Ryan, you know. For all, like, the people at the shop and, like, all this stuff. But ultimately, if he needed to leave, he had to leave, right? Like, ultimately, if Luke had to go, then he had to go, right? But I definitely think, like, Carlisle wanted him to stay. Luke's last day was full of L's. I think that kind of makes sense. Again, like, I think people forget that District V is a crime story at its core. And so because it's a crime story, like, you're gonna have, like, these days that are just, like, there are these endings that are sad, right? Like, even a story like Goodfellas is kind of a bummer fucking ending. As much as it is funny and there's funny stuff that happens in Goodfellas, like, it's still a bummer ending. Because when you tell a story like that, it shouldn't end happy. The final talk between Luke and Carlisle, I was bawling. It's one of those things where I think the conversation had to happen, because I think if you're a Marimomi, you and I talked after Carlisle died. So you and I got that closure, right? But if you're a Lockat and you weren't watching that stream, you probably didn't go back to check the stream. So you probably didn't get that last moment, right? With Carlisle or with me to talk. Like, you never got that, like, closure moment, right? So it was really important, I think, that we had that moment, and I'm glad that Lilo asked, because it also meant that I was there for the last day. Obviously, I couldn't do much, but I got to be there for the last day, and I was really happy about that, you know, because I was kind of bummed because I saw everybody else playing, and I didn't get to really jump in. It was cool to see people that I've known for a while get to do really cool stuff. If you know, like, Andrea, she was Orly, and I was like, dude, look, like, this is, like, I didn't know what to expect, but, like, Orly became such a big character, and I was so proud. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that is awesome, right? There was a couple characters like that, where it's, like, people that I recognize, like Regal, right? Like, getting to see Regal be this, like, big character, and, like, everybody knows Regal, like, was really, really cool, you know? It was just, like, there were so many moments in District V that were just so fucking awesome. Yeah, like, just, like, lots of, I think District V was less, like, as it went on, became less like, oh, this is like the main plot, and more of just every section of District V has like big moments, but there's no like main plot. It's just a lot of big moments, which I think is like how it should be. Like, in each section was its own genre. Exactly. Like, whatever you wanted to get out of District V, you could get out of District V, right? If you just wanted it to be a dumb comedy, hang out with Carlisle, Lilo, and Stelly, you know? But if you wanted some drama, you know, there was lots of places you could go. If you wanted, like, insanity, you could watch the EMS crew just lose their marbles on the regular. Those poor guys. Same with the police. You could watch the cops lose their mind as the stream goes on. EMS was crazy. I still remember how... Okay, can I be honest too? Just so you guys know, Carlisle did technically... I saved him twice. You guys saw twice Carlisle died before he was supposed to. Like, before he was supposed to, right? Like, Carlisle died before the actual death twice in the same stream. He died once when Luke hit him, and I'm gonna be so for real, that would have been straight up out of my favorite like teen drama. Like, that would have been perfect, right? That was straight out of the OC, right? That would have been straight out of the OC if that killed him. If that killed him, that would have been unbelievable. Like, because I wanted to leave him there, but all the Mari Momies were like, no, not like that. The doctor's technically over top of him. Yes, it says he's dead, but the doctor's right there. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then the second one was when the helicopter came in and, like, buzzsawed him. And everyone's like, no, that doesn't count. It's a glitch. I'm like, bullshit. Fine. It's a glitch. We get in the plane, he fucking drowns, and I'm like, okay, he's dead. Like, you know, like, the game is trying to tell you that Carlisle has to die. You know, would that ending of him with the dog and maybe getting a beach house one day, would that have been cute and awesome and lovely? Sure, but like Pash said, it was basically Final Destination. You know, I agree with Pash. It was essentially Final Destination, right? Yeah, you know, like, I think he should have died in the hospital. Or, like, I think he should have died there. Like, maybe I could have explained it like, he gets up and he's like, boys, something don't feel quite right, right? Like, maybe he, like, the doctors thought they saved him, but, like, something was wrong, right? He's like, I don't feel so good. Right? Like, and then at the very end, he could have died. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. He fucking died anyway. You know? It doesn't matter. Right? My only regret is I didn't get to bump into certain characters that I did want some closure with. Like, Roy and I talked about how it's a bummer that Regal and him didn't get to talk. Because, like, Regal, like, Roy said this on stream, and it's that Regal was, like, Regal viewed Carlisle as, like, his moments of peace. Like, when he saw Carlisle, the world was normal. So, and I think it's so fitting that Regal didn't even get to really, like, process that Carlisle was dead. Right? Like, because Regal is told Carlisle is dead as he's trying to rescue someone else. I forget who it was. I actually think it was Roscoe's character. I can't think of his name right now. I think it was Roscoe's character. Like, so Regal's like trying to process Chase. Yeah, I think he was trying to rescue Chase. Right? So he's like, damn. What happened? And he's like trying to rescue somebody, so he has he's like, okay, thanks for letting me know, right? He has no time to process it. And then in the last day, he still doesn't have time because he's on the clock, right? Regal had so much like destruction around him that he couldn't process or focus on much of really anything, right? It was just a really good but sad, like kind of, because I know Roy was like, oh, but I felt bad because like I felt like Regal didn't react enough. I'm like, no, to me that was perfectly in character. Like Regal wouldn't have had time to even really react much, right? Like it was really good. The only thing that did kind of get on my nerves over time, and it's nobody's fault. Let me stress, this is nobody's fault, right? But the only thing that got on my nerves was the constant like XQC jokes, because I was like, I don't watch XQC. I don't know who XQC is. I just made a character that I liked and thought looked cool. So I did not know who, I barely knew who we were talking about. And it was like not funny a single time for me. Like I was trying to be nice, but I was like, I don't understand who we're talking about. And it's not their fault. I just didn't want to be mean and be like, don't call me that. Right? So I was just sort of like, I don't know how to like, it wasn't annoying. It was just sort of like, because I get if you knew the guy, it would probably feel like funny, but I didn't know the guy. So I was like, I don't know who we're talking about. Right? I don't really watch streamers like that. Right? So I don't really know much outside of like VTubing. Right? So I was like, I don't really know who the fuck we're talking about. So it was just confused. Like I wasn't annoyed. I was more just like confused every time. Like, and I never knew like what to say. Right? So I was just like, all right, like it was funny, but I just had no clue what to say. Yeah, it just didn't land. Yeah, so every time I was just like confused. But fuck, what was their name? I'm so sad because I couldn't figure out their name or where to find them. It was the person we did the heist with Lilo with. And then we ended up bumping into them again. And they're like, yo, XQC. And I was like, what the fuck? And I look over and it's the girl we did the heist with. And I was like, yo, like I was stunned. Like we bumped into them at the bank of all places. And I was like, what the hell? Where are you? What are you doing here? Could not remember, like, and I feel so bad because I tried to find them after. I could not recall their name. And I was like, oh man, they were really cool though. Cause they like, that wasn't Hysteria. Hysteria was Lilo's boss. That wasn't Nissan. Nissan was Lilo's boss. I think it was Skylar. I think it was Skylar. That sounds familiar. I think so. I think so. I don't really remember, right? Like I can't really recall. I'll have to look it up after. But like, well, I say that I tried and I was like, I don't remember who this was. But yeah, shout outs to them because that was such a charming, like random encounter, right? Because it kind of felt like that encounter was like Carlisle's like bumping into a couple people before the end, right? Like Carlisle's bumping into people that he knew around Los Santos. Carlisle's calling friends like Regal and Jenner just to say goodbye because he was kind of worried that like this might be it, right? Because I was worried this might be it. So I liked the idea of Carlisle kind of having this like, this city might take me. And then later that fucking day, and then later that day, you know, he gets got, right? The goodbye video was sad. I liked it. Was it Kay who made this? Hang on. I have to find the video that was made. It's like a little compilation of like Carlisle's like adventure through Los Santos. Hang on, I'm scrolling. I have to find it. Yeah, it was Kay. Kay made this like compilation of Carlisle moments set to All My Days, which is in my mind like that's Carlisle's song. Damn, dude, that I was like, this made me so sad, right? Well, in the scene where it's like the burgers in Los Santos are amazing, but the hot dogs are even better, and you can ask Jenner all about that. And the police around here are doing their best, and you can ask Regal all about that. Right? And if you let it, this city will remind you that sometimes it's fun to get into a little bit of mischief, right? And it's them getting on the roller coaster and then fucking falling off the roller coaster, right? He had fun like right up Like Carlisle is the type of character who was just like, he was there for a good time, and he absolutely found it in like a group of people that he did not expect to encounter. It was just such a nice way to end his story, I think. I was bawling while making it. Kay, you did a wonderful job. Like, you did such a great job. Well, I love, like, this city sure is crazy, right? And it's the scene of, like, the doors open, boom, the doors closed, which is still the funniest little moment, right? I think that was the funniest moment in the whole, Carlisle's whole run in District V. The doors closed, or the doors open, friend, the doors open, the doors closed, is still the dumbest moment. That, or when, yeah, I'm looking at like the compilation now, when Luke makes the jump, like, and then finds out that the gate can open anyway, so he didn't have to make the jump, and gets stopped by the gate as it's opening. Right? That was such a funny moment. Or like Stelly and another moment that I was like, that I do find really charming, and I'm glad we got to have this moment, was like, it was during the slots, right? Like, it was during, like, when we went to the casino, at some point, there's this, like, moment where, like, Stelly gets, like, hurt or something, and Carlisle's like, Stelly! Right? And he's like, what'd you say? Right? Like, they just have this moment of, like, Stelly? He's like, what's my whole name? Stelly Serrano. And he, like, finally remembered, and he's like, oh my god! Yeah. Like, I do think, like, the constant, like, Scooby! Yeah, like, Scooby, let's get out of here, right? Like, come on, science boy, let's move, right? Like, the constant, like, in every other S word other than Stelly. But I did like that, like, Stelly knew at the end that Carlisle, like, actually did like him. Yeah, software. Yeah, software. Come on, software, let's get out of here. Right? Like, software was my favorite. Software was definitely, like, the funniest one, I think. But I, like, and I think I gave away the joke when it's like Stelly Serrano. Scarpacci, bro. Because it's literally, like, the whole joke is literally just, like, Inosuke, right? Scarpacci, bro. No. Scooby. Right? Stelly was, I think, kind of over it. Yeah, like, by the end, Stelly was very over it. But it was still fun. It was still a fun time. What else, though? Yeah, we had that little goodbye on Tuesday. Wednesday was Umigari, but it was also, we didn't really have time to, I don't know if you guys recall, but we didn't really have time with Umigari this week. Umigari, I think I had to push back the stream, because I believe, yeah, so I had to push back stream because we had, like, a meeting that went a little long. And then by the time we did actually do it, we had to immediately, like, redirect over to another thing. That being, of course, Mlem's 3D cover, which was fucking awesome, and I'm so proud. You almost got beat with the chocolate, which was so funny because I'm like, Mane-san, when there's something going on, I have alarms to tell me, hey, don't forget to jump over to this thing, which is literally what we're doing in a couple of minutes here. Literally what we're doing in a few minutes, right? Like, if something is happening that day, like, I have alarms set. I am prepared, right? But yeah, that's, yeah, Umigari. And then Thursday was a fun one, because Thursday we played some Stardew Valley, and I love Stardew Valley. I know you guys love Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is, I think, just one of those streams where a lot of Marimomis tend to jump in for Stardew, because there's, like, you get, I think Stardew Valley streams are perfect because you get to yap, but there's also something happening on stream. It's not this sort of, like, aimless yap, like, it's usually about what's happening on stream, but it's still able to talk about pretty much anything. Stardew Valley streams, I think, are very, very comfy. And then I got to remind all of you why you love me in the first place. With the Menshi ASMR, the Marimomi flight training members had a good time on Thursday. Boy, oh boy, did they ever have a good time. Anyway, yeah. Boy, oh boy, did they ever have a good time. Friday was Platform 8, which I loved. I was a little confused at the beginning of Platform 8, but then I really got into it as things went on. And I don't know if I'm torn because I'm like, I don't know which one I like more, if it's Exit 8 or Platform 8. I'm very split on it. But I really loved Platform 8. And I really want to play more like anomaly games and just more spooky games in general, right? I'm learning I kind of like watching anomaly horror games. They're really fun. Like, I really enjoyed these kinds of games. I just think they're a lot of fun. I'm guessing you took the proverbial water sprayer to the moss. I mean, you know, as you do. The movie was great. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Pash and Kit, I saw we're watching the Exit 8 movie. I hope it was good. It looks good. Like, the trailer looked really good. I like watching you play them. I'm glad, Zeal. I'm glad. I quite enjoyed playing Platform 8 and Exit 8. So I'm thinking, welcome back, Minnie. Hello. I'm excited for when you go back to Platform 8. I definitely want to go back, Voltaire, because I want to jump into, like, when I go back, I want to go back and, like, see every anomaly. Like, I will go back eventually just to see every single anomaly, because I missed, I think, 15 of them. So one day I'll go back to Platform 8. I don't know when, but it's in my back pocket. But yeah, it was a very fun time, though. I had a really, really good time. If you're looking for other anomaly games, there's one called Project 13, and it's really similar to the other two. Well, I know that there's one that everyone's like, you should check out. I don't know if it's necessarily an anomaly game, but everyone's like, please play I'm on observation duty. I think it's like a pretty big series, so maybe we'll tackle like a bunch of them. Right? Because I think, like, I looked it up. I think the first one you can beat fairly quickly, so maybe we'll play like 2. Like, maybe we'll play like a couple. It just depends on how much we can get through in a stream, right? But I'm realizing, like, as an example, like, I love to yap. It's like my favorite thing. I can yap until the sun comes. Like, I can yap until the sun comes up. See, listen. Alarmed. Right? I can yap until I am blue in the face. You know? I can yap for ages, but I am alerted. We are alerted. We are alerted right now. I can yap for ages, right? The alarm gave me fight or flight. No, I feel that. Every time the alarm goes off, I'm like, no! No! Just, no, please! But, listen, like, I can yap until, like, the cows come home, right? I can yap like crazy. But sometimes it's nice to just, like, fucking play something spooky, right? Like, I love a good yap, but man, I love a good spooky game. And I didn't at first, because I was like, I don't know, like, a lot of spooky games just, like, don't affect me much. But I'm starting to vibe with them now. Like, I'm starting to get, like, really kind of creeped out. And, like, in a good way, right? I'm starting to be like, ooh, some of these are kind of spooky. I think, for me, like, the spookiest games are the anomaly games, just because they kind of play with that, like, they play with your mind in that sort of liminal horror energy. Like, that's why I think Exit 8 and Platform 8 freak me out so much, because they play with that liminal horror, you know? The tension in the atmosphere is what gets you. Yeah, because that, like, the one jump scare that, like, had me freaking out in, the jump scare that I had, that I think that was the most scared I'd ever been on stream. Was when John Platform started chasing us down like the train car. And that got me so bad. And it's not like it's not like John was super scary looking. It's not like the music was like loud and in your face. It was just pure scary, you know? Like it was just pure scariness, and that really got me. Hang on. But yeah, John Platform really done freaked me out. Really done scared me. People scare me too as an introvert. Listen. Listen, it was the thing that scared me was the break from normality, and I think that's what's so scary about a lot of these games. But quick spoiler, do you prefer a little spoiler or keeping it a secret until the very end? Minsu? Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Because we gotta go in like 2 minutes here. Minsu, first of all, thank you for the lovely offering to your new god. Thank you for the lovely offering to your new god. But I'm going to say, for now, keep it a secret because we have to go. Keep it a secret. I can maintain. You know that I have trouble with secrets, but I will maintain myself. I will keep myself secret. Or myself secret. I will keep myself strong and find out what it is that Minsu's got cooked up. Is Minsu cooking up something? But we know things. See, yeah, now you guys know things. Now you all know things. Now I thought I knew things. Now you all know things. Fun fact, and this is where we're going to end stream. I still know things you don't know. I still know so many things you don't know. Anyway, with that said, everybody, we're going to go ahead and redirect ourselves over to hang on. Oh, nope, that's not the right thing. We are going to redirect ourselves over to this lovely 3D cover we got. Wow, Nayu literally did not even shy away from that. Nayu Senpai's got us a 3D cover, and I am excited for you all to check it out. So we are gonna wrap this up and hop on over there. Until next time, go grab yourself a little slice of heaven, raise a little hell while you do so, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye!